The University of Lucknow, lovingly called the Lucknow University. Today, I complete 100 years of my being, which I share with all of you. In these 100 years, I have witnessed many changes. I was born in 1864 at Aminuddaulah Palace in Aminabad and named Canning High School. I shifted to numerous houses before finally settling down in the Badshah Bagh. Though there are several entrances to my home, the main gate from where you witness my heritage today is the Bhaurao Devras Dwar. The first glimpse is that of the peepal tree, which houses Ma Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, with whose blessings I begin my story. As we move towards the main building, you will pass through an avenue lined up with Ashoka trees, witnessing to the melodious chirping of the birds that have stood witness to my grace and my age. As you walk down this scenic avenue, on my right is the Chhatrapati Shivaji Sports Ground, formerly known as the Tennis Pavilion. On the left, there are several administrative buildings and departments. Shift your eyes to the right, the most splendid building of the Arts Faculty. The building is the living example of Indo-Islamic architecture, with beautiful domes, arches and balconies. The avenue leads you to the main building. Here, on my left, is the Pranjpay Sports Ground, where students enjoy and participate in physical activities. Yes, this ground has witnessed several moments of glory enjoyed by the victorious teams in sports like cricket, hockey, football and many others. Shift your eyes from the ground to the majestic monument. Let your imaginations dive into the past and you will relive the days when Nawab used to hold his court seated at the center, surrounded by his subjects. Within the Arts Faculty is the Arts Quadrangle. This ground is divided into 4 equal parts, with a stage at one end. Here is the place where most of the major events like the Convocation, Independence Day and the Republic Day celebrations take place. Let me now take you towards Lal Baradari, which is my heart and soul. As you move towards my dil, you will stand witness to the green botanical garden to your right. Shift your eyes from the ground to the majestic Baradari. Let your imaginations dive into the past and you will relive the days when Nawab used to hold his court seated at the center, surrounded by his subjects. Take a moment to admire the fountains working efficiently without motors, sprinkling their water in the canal that was fed by the river Gomti. The canal was also filled with colorful fish, lending a refreshing atmosphere, a perfect spot for relaxing and leisure. This Baradari was the summer retreat for the royal queens. Spread over 90 acres, the complex holding this Baradari was named after Nasiruddin Haidar's loving wife Badshah Begum. Close your eyes for a moment and dive into the past when Nawab would visit this spot on a boat through the river Gomti, and when this campus was alive with laughter and gossips shared by the visitors. The Commerce Faculty, which is one of the first faculties dedicated to commerce in India. On the left bank of the canal, across the picnic gardens of the Nawabs, is the Tagore Library, where lies my brain. Rightly so, as it preserves over 5 lakh books, innumerable manuscripts, objects and artifacts. The building itself is in contrast to the Nawabi architecture, as it has distinctly European flavor. It was planned by the famous American architect Walter Burley Griffin in 1935. Its foundation was laid in 1937, and yes, I clearly remember the 2 years of patient waiting and several upheavals before the new structure finally opened in 1941. Opposite the Baradari, you will see the Machli Dwar, the north and the main entrance to this complex. This gate is rightly named as Machli Dwar for the sculpture of the fish, the official symbol of the royal state of Awadh. The greatness of this gate lies in the fact that it was built with the use of false arch. The false arch is the architectural marvel that distinguishes the Awadhi style of Indo-Islamic architecture. You can also see the same style in the popular Rumi Gate and the Bada Imam Bada building. As we come towards the end of the Heritage Walk, I take pride to introduce you to my integral part of the building which houses the science faculty. My journey of 100 years has left many imprints which make me proud. In the 21st century, I still grow, adapting to the modern times. I implore you to take a fresh view of my grand history as you travel on the metro that takes you through the entire length of my legacy.